Hello.
Hi.
My name's Londyn.
I'm Kristen.
And we are the dyers behind K&L Fibers. It is Saturday the 26th of April at like 10 in the morning.
Yep, 10 in the morning.
So we are a week behind on this one. That's my bad. Sorry guys, I've had a lot of health issues recently. I'm just dying. It's fine.
Well, and I also was just like, not really feeling podcasting last week. Dogs are out of kennels. You will see them. This is Ruru. She likes attention. She is the house Hippo.
She is definitely a
No,
hippo.
no, sit.
There you go. Okay. You can just lay down right here. Just waiting for Winchester to get jealous and come over.
Great. So we have had a crazy month.
Yes.
Sickness is running through both of our houses.
Yes.
Come on. Let's get down. Come on. Down. Get down. Good job. Oh my goodness. Lowest down ever.
So it's like a yeah, both of us have been sick and insane, and I moved.
You moved.
I did. I moved.
She bought a house.
I bought a house, and I'm in my new house. Not really unpacked yet because life has been sickness,
Yeah.
and terribleness.
I love how your husband brought it first, and then you didn't even get
what he had. My husband had sinusitis for 3 days.
Which is what I had, and I didn't even see you guys.
I know, you got it too. And they're like, you have sinusitis. And then I was like, sure, fine, let's try that. And then it turned into pneumonia and infections and all sorts of greatness. So it's just been a party over here.
Right.
But yeah, moved, still unpacking, still cleaning out the last house.
Yep.
And that should be in here in the next day or two. That's what my husband's doing today.
That's good.
Thank God.
My husband's going to come visit at the end of the month for my birthday. Well, not specifically for my birthday.
But definitely for your birthday.
It will encompass part of my birthday, which is exciting.
Yes.
And then, what else is going on? Oh, today is local yarn store day.
Yes, I'm very excited.
So after we're done podcasting, we will be making a trip over to Birdhouse Yarns to see everything that's going on, and then also to say hi to Sarah. It's her first local yarn store day as the new owner of Birdhouse, and
very excited.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I think, isn't the theme like mixtape or something like that?
I think so. I think it's gonna be interesting, and I love that Birdhouse does all the indie dyed yarns. We have like our own little section at Birdhouse.
Yeah,
which is super exciting.
It's just like really fun to like walk in and like see yarn you've made. Ruru's gonna continue to do this through the whole thing because she likes attention. It's okay.
She looks like a potato.
I know. Well, and she's going bald. Like, she's losing a lot of her fur, and I think that's because of the Addisons and the meds she's on. So, like, if you rub her belly, most of the fur's gone from her belly. So she's really soft on her belly, but it's also weird. I think she might be a naked mole rat at some point.
She's probably going to be a hippo at that point.
Yeah. Did I tell you, like, the vet tech? So, Rigger gets monthly shots every 28 days for her Addison's disease. And the vet tech who sees her every single month, he took her back and he was like, come on, chunky monkey. And I was just like, oh. Okay, maybe we need to walk her more or something.
To see you try to limit her food, though.
I've already tried limiting. She will steal her sister, like she'll sneak by, do drive-bys, and like steal some food. So she munches on. She finds the food.
The little face is so cute, though.
I know. She's a sweetheart.
But yeah.
I also, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, Crafted in Threads. Crafted is with a K.
Of course it is.
It is Kristen K. Plus, like, I don't know if you guys have realized how hard it is to find new names on Instagram. There's a lot on there. Also, I feel like we're slightly crooked, so I'm gonna fix this really quickly.
We're slightly ajar.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, we are looking at placing orders for yarn because we need to dye for California when we go in the fall, and then restock some of our yarn colorways, and also
coming up with new stuffs.
Come up with some new stuff, play with some color, and advents.
Oh yeah, we're doing that too.
Yeah. So we kind of came up with some like designs, but we just need to work on, now that like kind of sickness is over, majority of you moving is over, we'll start to kind of like work on actually putting those in a pattern.
Yes.
And the color-wise we need to dye for it, and figuring out packaging and all of that jazz.
I'm actually very excited for packaging. I like coming up with that because I know what I like and what I don't like now as we continue to do this. So I'm excited to do some of that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much what we're working on as far as shop goes. Just kind of revamping now that things hopefully have calmed down, for the love of all that is holy.
Right.
But you have a finished. I have no finished objects. This should not be news to any of you at this point. But I have no finished projects yet. Next time, I will have at least one finished sweater.
Right.
That's almost done.
Okay, so here she is. My emotional support chicken. This is Tail Feather Swift. She is not as rounded as she could be. Maybe she is watching her weight or something and she decided not to eat as much. But I really didn't want to go buy a giant bag of stuffing just to make her floofier. Like, I had part of a bag. It was about half of a bag left. And that's what she's going to sit on a shelf in my office. So for the amount of stuffing she has in her, she's great. I love it. I think it's amazing. She knit up really fast because it's worsted weight. This is Emotional Support Chicken by the Knitting Tree LA, not Treehouse. And yeah, I loved making up the pattern and stuff like that. I should love it because my sister bought a kit also and she's mailing it to me at some point. So I told her I would knit it up for her. And then she said she would do all the hard work of sewing it together. So
oh, that's super easy then.
all I have to do is the fun, what I consider the fun part, and then I'm gonna ship it back to her. She's gonna finish all the rest of it.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm super enthused. My husband said I can't have chickens here, so emotional support chicken.
Why no chickens?
I think it might be against HOA, but even if it isn't, our backyard isn't big enough for our two rather large dogs and chickens. But
that's a bummer.
Yeah, she's been done for 3 weeks.
Nice.
Very cute, easy little project.
Yeah. Alright. So, I am still working on my California sweater.
Okay.
By Leslie Forrester Howard. I have finished everything but the collar. So it's mostly done.
Okay.
It's like 90%, 99% done.
Okay.
So, this is...
Have you tried it on yet?
I have not tried it on yet. I mean, I tried it on when there was only one sleeve, but now I have 2 sleeves.
Okay. Do you want to try it on?
We can try it on.
I mean, you don't have to do it on camera if you don't want to, but...
It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be a little big.
It's going to be rather large.
Yeah.
We'll just... Her blocking is going to just be laying it down.
Basically.
Like, washing it and laying it.
Yeah.
No. Come on. I know she's got floofies. Stop.
You don't need to eat
Nope.
the floofies.
No.
So, it is a little big, kind
Okay.
of. I don't know. I did the taper sleeve. I don't think I tapered well enough.
Or the length of it. Ruru, come on.
Yeah.
Get down, please. Come on. I know. She's got floofy. It's okay.
But overall, it fits pretty well. I don't know how I'm going to like the color, though, so I'm going to have to make an adjustment because I like it looser, and I feel like if I put anything else on here, it's going to be way too tight.
Well, I mean, you can try, because it's just going to, like, bring it in a little bit so that it doesn't go super loose.
Okay. Might try that, but I have a almost finished sweater. It's
Nice.
comfy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, comfy. I am surprised. I thought the mohair would be a little more scratchy.
It's soft,
but it's
isn't
not
it? Yeah.
scratchy, so I do like that.
It's just
But
when you take off that sweater, the amount of floofy on your shirt is
gonna be
super
everywhere.
special.
It's gonna be everywhere. But yeah, overall, nice sweater. Ribbon wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Whole project wasn't too bad actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I finished the cuff yesterday, and then I tried to pick up the neck, and then I kept doing it wrong, so I got frustrated and put it down. But yeah, so I have this mostly done. It will be finished by next time, washed and blocked, hopefully.
Nice.
So it'll be all done, and then I can work on finishing my shawl, which I did a couple more rows on it. Again, being sick has not been very great for me doing much projects because I get way too tired.
Right.
But yes, getting a little bit further on my shawl.
Nice.
I did like 2 or 3 rows. So not a ton.
Color's so pretty.
It is so
It's
pretty.
so subtle.
Although I don't know what I did, but I messed up the row right here.
I like the increases around like the center.
Yes. Do you see where I fucked up? I went like to the right one side. I don't know how I did it, but I fixed it. It's now back into where it's supposed to be.
Okay.
So that'll be good. It just has one spot that'll be out to the left a little
Well,
bit.
and who's really going to notice when it's being worn? I mean, you'll notice because you made it, but
It's not for me, so.
yeah, the person you're gifting it to probably isn't going to notice it unless you point it out.
True. But I noticed it, and that's the problem. But I do love it.
I know.
It's beautiful.
But you could, okay, if it really bothered you, you could,
Undo it.
yeah, you could tinker back and pick up stitches and unfrog those rows and go back.
That just sounds like a lot of work, and I'm good.
So that's an option. You don't have
It is
to do
an option.
It's just, it is a lot of work. I've done
It's
that
a-
with projects.
It is, and it's already up to like 170 stitches, and I just don't want to have to undo all of that. So it's fine. It'll be fine. It's just slightly to the right a little bit on one section, and then it's back to normal. But
The dogs are being too quiet. You saw that? It's just like, what are they doing?
it's like a child. It can't be quiet for long, otherwise the house might burn down.
Mischievous. They've been taking stuff off of. They've been getting into a tearing phase.
Uh-oh.
They tear blankies and whatnot.
That's trouble. But yeah, so that's what
Okay.
I'm with on the shawl, which it's working up really quickly for the most part. Like, it's not bad. It's just working on that. So
How
yeah,
long until you take off the sweater? Are you warm yet?
I'm good. It's just gonna be on for now.
Okay.
You also gonna get me to take my clothes off.
So, I haven't picked this up in a couple of weeks, but I did put some work into it, so I am going to show it. After I finish the next project I'm going to show you, which should be in the next day or so. This is going to be my next project that I am doing a major focus on to try to get off my needles. So, this is my second California sweater.
Hey, I know that color.
Right? So this is in Twilight Trifle, held with our Mohair.
In the same color.
In the same color. It is absolutely beautiful. So I decided, since this is my second one, I am still keeping it as a little bit cropped, which is fine. Short sleeves.
That's really cute.
Right? So I thought, because my other one is long sleeve, let's try a short sleeve. So I don't think, I'd have to look at the pattern again, but I think I only did like maybe I think I did 3 rounds of decreases. And then I started doing the ribbing for it. Also, this ribbing is shorter than what's recommended in the pattern. I just didn't want like a huge bulky rib on this sweater because I knew I was going to do short sleeves. Also, I bound that off a little tiny bit tightly, but that's okay. It'll work out. But
So you have one more sleeve to go.
yeah, so I have one more sleeve, and then I'll have the collar to do, and it'll be done. So theoretically, I should be able to bump through this in like a day or so.
Nice.
But it's sitting down and doing it, which is usually.
That's the problem.
Yeah. But it's super pretty. I have a decent amount of yarn left for it, so I think I'll have leftovers, which is great.
Yeah.
So we can maybe knit up some like little samples to have in our shop from this, which will be nice.
Yes. That's something else we have to do.
Okay. The next project I have, yes, this is a Christmas bag. I'm fully aware of it. They're cute little nomies, like Christmas nomies. It's adorable.
It is a very cute bag.
If you've watched our podcast from the beginning, I was working on this project last year.
For a while.
Yeah. Or maybe the year before. Last year.
Last year.
So it's made out of a Yarn Ink Holiday Advent from not last year's Advent, but the year before. And this is the Trifle Advent Shawl by Crystal T Knit Designs. I'm not going to be able to stretch it out fully, but you'll get the basic idea of it.
Like it's
So
way too much anxiety that it's like almost off on this side.
it's fine.
Uh,
So it starts with like this pink, and it's a faded Advent.
it's very
So it
pretty.
fades through these into the purples, into the bluey teals, and now we're transitioning into the lighter blues. I think the last color, so I'm on color 23 right now, and then 24 is like a steely, I don't know, like icicle blue.
Okay.
And then I'll bind off. So I'm on the last pattern repeat, which is going to be like this lace section that's randomly, oh my god, you can't even see it. Oh, let me go to a lighter color. There we go.
There you go.
This lace section right here.
It's really
I'm
pretty.
doing that repeat, and then I'll do another one of these, I don't know, I think it's
Border?
stockinette rows, and then do a cast off and then get it blocked. Really fun pattern. I love the way she wrote it. She basically blocked it out so that each line of the pattern has its own like Excel cell.
Okay.
And then each day, so each color is its own color. So like you can follow it really easy in the pattern. And I just have it on my phone. I just like mark off the boxes as I go.
That makes it easy.
So that's really nice. There's really no like, I don't know, when they just say like repeat rows 6 through 25 8 times, then I feel like I have to, on my pattern, I have to write down 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, like to like get through.
You would hate to see my pattern for this sweater and the shawl that I'm working on.
Oh my gosh.
Because I put it in good notes and I literally wrote out. It's like, okay, so I did this row like 800 times.
I do that too, but I put it, it's not in good notes, it's in a different app. And,
Okay.
Because my phone comes with a stylus. So I'll just like write on it with the stylus, and I'll highlight, like on my California sweater, I go through and I highlight my size all through the whole pattern.
Yep.
And then I can like just focus on the highlighted sections as I go. But this is almost done and I'm so excited. I love the yarn. I love the colors. The only thing I don't like, and I haven't figured out what's causing it, is when I work with it, my hands get dyed like a dark color. It almost looks like I've been working with charcoal with some of the colors. And I know, like, I like to have my hands moisturized before I work with yarn because a lot of yarns dry my hands out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's part of the issue, like there's like too much moisture happening and it's like pulling from the yarn or something. But it's hard to get it off too. So I like sit there and I like scrub my hands afterwards with like a nail brush to like get the dye off of my hands because they just look dirty because obviously.
Dyed slightly.
Yeah. But we're almost done, thank goodness. That butt was super loud. I'm sorry.
You have 2 more days?
I'm on the day 23 and then I just have day 24.
Okay.
So almost done. Also, these are my, because I'm neurotic,
Who you are as a person?
these are my leftovers. And they're in order from, obviously, the beginning to the end. I'm going to, I have plans to do a blanket, like a scrappy blanket. Kay Litton, the crazy sock lady, she has a couple of blankets that she's always working on. So I may take one of the ones that she has done in the past and do that with those scraps. Because I think it would be nice to use up most of the big yard.
Right.
I mean, they're minis, but there's still a decent amount left of a lot of them. So get them used
It's always
up.
hard to figure out what to do with them.
Yeah.
Especially when you have quite a bit left.
But that's all I've been working on. Did you buy anything?
I have not bought anything. I'm going to be buying things today.
No Happy Mail yet?
No Happy Mail yet. I was waiting for local news story. I was trying to be patient. Romantically.
I wanted the other editions of this, but I was too slow to get to the online order for them. So Les Garçons and Woolens and Nosh did a collaboration for the 4 seasons. Okay. So they already did and released fall and winter, and I was able to snag a spring sock set. And so it's a mystery, but it's supposed to be like spring colors.
It's beautiful.
Right? So this is their spring. I'm very excited about it.
The purples are pretty.
The purples are pretty. I love this sagey green, and it just seems to like go with it so well. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but I really wanted at least one of the collaborations. It is 90% Targhee wool and 10% nylon. 465 yards per. I think this whole thing is 115 grams. So, yeah, really excited. I know. I'm a sucker for self-striping. And then while I was at Birdhouse, I went for the Super Glow trunk show that they had last Saturday? 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And met, I think her name's Ashley. I'm not sure. I am really bad with names. Yeah. I know faces. I will know that I know you. I just won't remember your name. Right. But she had her new collection called the Mayhem Collection, and I saw this colorway and I really wanted it because, you know, speckles. And yeah, so it is basically this like pale, I don't want to say like cream base.
I was like, it's not white.
It's not white. It might have like a pale yellow or maybe like a light pink to it, with these super bright speckles on it. I saw it knit up and it's absolutely beautiful. So I kicked it up right away and then I got fixated on something else.
What you gonna make with it?
So I'm gonna make a, oh my gosh, what's it called? A lot of people have done it. It's a beanie, but I forgot the name of it. The colorway is called How Bad Do You Want Me? On our super sock base, it's 85% Superwash Merino, 15% nylon, 437 yards in 100 gram skein. And she is out of Scottsdale, Arizona. So, Phoenix.
Basically.
Yeah. So she came down for the trunk show. We actually see her at a lot of the fiber festivals that we go to. No. Okay. Let's get down. You're gonna get your nails cut in a sweater.
Oh yeah, let's not do that. I worked really hard on the sweater.
So yeah, that's all I've been purchasing. I've been trying to limit my purchases quite a bit in anticipation for flock in the fall. It's going decently. I haven't bought any sweater quantities. Even though, oh my gosh. Why can I not remember names when we're podcasting?
I don't know. Give it like 5 minutes. It'll come to you.
The woman who did the Taylor Swift yarns that I bought, she is coming out with a new collection. It's absolutely gorgeous. But I can't, if I want to buy stuff at Flock, I have to hold off on buying a lot of yarn now. So we have to make sacrifices.
Prioritize.
Yep. The massive purchase.
Although I am waiting for you to ship a box back full of yarn.
Probably. That's probably going to happen.
Which I think will be awesome.
But yeah, I think that's about it. I've only been watching, I turned on the Hallmark subscription on our Amazon account, and I've been watching The Good Witch from the start because I wanted something really wholesome and adorable. So I'm on season 6, so I'm almost done. There's only 7 seasons on Hallmark right now.
Okay,
So
that's
we're
not
gonna
bad.
Do that, and then that's about it.
Yeah, I got to season 17 on Criminal Minds.
Okay.
And then I paused for a while.
Okay.
The next, I think it's 18 or 19 now. I don't know. I'm in Leverage Redemption.
Okay.
I think into the 2nd season. 911. I'm so sad one of the main characters died.
Ruger.
And makes me very sad. And then The Rookie, and then I just finished Pulse, which is a medical drama on Netflix. I finished The Pit,
Okay.
which was done on
Ruger.
Max, and then I also watched the Gabby Petito documentary on Netflix, and it was pretty well done.
It was well done. I will say that too. There were things that happened during her case that just really upset me because he was able to manipulate police.
Yeah.
And I have always been of the mentality if there's some sort of like domestic questioning happening, maybe separating the two parties involved for a little bit. And then just like everything that happened towards the end and all that.
Just tragic all around.
Yeah, and it's like something that we're never really fully going to get answers to, which is heartbreaking. Her family did start a foundation.
They did.
Yeah. To try to help. It's for domestic violence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is wonderful.
It is. But yeah, overall, just a really sad one to watch. And then I started watching The Curious Case of Natalia.
Grace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the dramatized version on HBO, but the actual documentary first.
Yep.
Which I'm just like, oh dear Lord. All I get is like Orphan, that horror movie that we watched.
Yeah, that's based off of this.
Yeah, I know. It's really freaking creepy.
Yep.
And all I can think of is that, and I was like, well, everybody's gonna die.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been watching that. I've been watching lots of random things. Off and on. I started watching The 100 again because I was like, let's watch it. It's fine.
I watched The Secret Circle last weekend. Because, I mean, it was on the CW, WB back in the day, and there wasn't even a full season. I think it ended, like, halfway through the season, maybe.
Right. It was
it
a
got
good
canceled,
one, though.
But it was really good. And I was like, oh, I wonder, let me just throw this on and see.
It's always a good one.
I did that, and then I've been watching, like, a lot of the, oh my gosh, like the true crime shows. There's one on HBO about, they do like, I think it's called like Hollywood Demons or Hollywood something.
You were telling me about that one.
Yeah, every episode is a different topic. So they did Real Housewives and ones that are convicted felons, and then ones that got in trouble when they were on the Real Housewives shows. And then they did the Power Rangers was an episode.
Yeah.
I have no idea about that. I forgot what else they've done, but it's a pretty good show. It's quite interesting.
That one's on my list of ones to watch.
And then during my lunch break at work, I put on yesterday, which I think I'll continue because it's like basically an episode per lunch. Is oh my god, is it like Children Who Kill or something like that? Maybe it's not Children Who Kill. Maybe it's like a but basically the premise is like you don't know who you live with.
Okay.
So the first one focused on he was a 19-year-old who went to a mall and shot people. So they kind of deep dived into like him growing up, and they talked to his dad and his stepmom, and kind of like looking at were there signs, was there history of certain behaviors, stuff like that, which is really interesting. And they didn't tell you what crime was committed until the end. So like they gave you like little snips, and as you're watching the episode, you're like, ooh, was this? And then you get to the end and you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So it kind of like ties it all back together at that point, which is a different way to go about it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I just did the first episode. There's like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 seasons or something. So I'll be watching that for quite a while.
Yeah. No, there's been lots of stuff. I've been doing lots of true crime and lots of just rewatching things, eating things to watch that I like. Cause like being sick, I fall asleep during the middle of, which I think is why I restarted the 100. Because I was like, if I fall asleep, I've seen it before.
Right.
I know it's there. It's fine. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all we've been up to. It's not a super long episode today.
No.
Because we've been busy and sick. But yeah, I think we'll have updates to the shop within the next month or so too, I believe.
Yeah, and then we're going to be doing some like updates to photos and stuff like that on our site, and getting maybe some good content for social media and start pumping those out. I know you want to go out. Hold on one second.
We're almost done.
But yeah, so we are going to wrap this up. We will podcast in a month. We're supposed to podcast on the 23rd of May. However, I don't know if that's going to work, so we might podcast the week before, like the Friday or Saturday before. And I think that's it. So we're going to get the dogs out to go potty and upload this video and head over to Birdhouse and see what's going on.
Awesome. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Bye.
Bye.